Why do you get to do all the fucking openings? What is this, your fucking review shit? Is this your camera? Is this your recording equipment?
Is this your apartment? I mean, what the fuck?
What the fuck? What the fuck? You're a selfish. What are you, Captain
You're
America?
a selfish.
Think you run this shit?
How does that make you feel?
Huh? I'm gonna beat you, redheaded stepchild.
So we're going to talk about Revenant.
He's not going to beat you like a redheaded stepchild. He's going to beat you a red-steaded.
Red-steaded hepchild. My favorite.
He's got hepatitis.
That's what gave him the red hair. Oh, this is already fucked. Alright, so we're going to talk about Revenant, which is the DiCaprio kind of Oscar bait movie. Director is
kind of the Garden of Eden of fucking movies.
Yeah, what was it? Alejandro Inarritu?
Something like that. I don't know.
Naruto? Something like that. I can't ever remember his
I look like I
last
did
name.
my fucking homework on this.
Yes. Your dissertation was on Revenant as often as you've talked about it recently.
So mad.
Revenant. Leonardo DiCaprio gets attacked by a bear. He's got
spoiler.
He has a Native American son.
Spoiler.
Pawnee. Let's not be general here.
Not from Pawnee, Indiana, from Parks and Rec, just so you know.
Yeah, that was a shame. I kept hoping he'd just start talking about working in the Parks Department, but
yes, back in the day.
Yep.
The Parks Department, and it's called. You walked outside, and the whole fucking place was a park.
Pretty much.
Main attraction, bears.
Yeah.
Bison to massacre.
Gets attacked by a bear. Has a Native American son, and ends up being left for dead.
Which time?
In the woods. Every time.
Every time. He almost died
what,
4 or 5 times? He should have been dead.
He gets attacked by a bear and then has a son?
Yes.
From the bear.
Yes. The bear impregnates.
That's how Native Americans are born. You get raped by a bear, and then 9 months later, 9 seconds later,
yes,
you have a full-grown son pop out of you.
Touchy subject, I would not recommend including Indian racism on this video.
Well,
just saying.
It's on there now. So, the movie, then he ends up being left for dead by one of the other guys. They're trappers. They're collecting furs and stuff like that. They end up being, they end up having to leave him behind with a few people. His son, some other guy, the doofy guy from We're the Millers.
Eyebrows.
Yeah. And
looks like Buzz from Toy Story.
I don't know. It looks like the Sid.
Yeah. Was
that the kid on there?
Oh.
No. What was the name of the kid on Toy Story that tortured the toy?
Yeah. He looks like Sid.
Wasn't it Buzz or something?
No, Buzz is Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah. Never mind.
Astronaut.
But yeah.
Revenant. Let's talk about Toy Story.
Yeah. And Sid from Toy Story, his son, and Tom Hardy's character all stay back to watch him until he dies, bury him, and then continue on with the rest of the group. But Tom Hardy ends up tricking the one kid, killing his son, and they end up leaving him for dead. And the movie is supposedly
3.5 hours or something?
3 hours, about 3 hours. But the movie is mostly about him getting revenge on Tom Hardy's character and fighting his way through the wilderness. And from what I haven't really researched it, but I guess it's based on a true story.
Yeah, it is.
And
inspired by.
Yeah, and a real guy really did do this, where he went what was it, 60, a long fucking way, several miles, a couple dozen miles or some shit like that, to get back to civilization just to get revenge on this guy. So yeah, for a very simple plot, you wouldn't think they could stretch that out to about 3 hours, but they do. Mostly because they have establishing shots that go on for
a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Piece.
Yeah, there are some that, they're very pretty. They're very pretty.
It's a gorgeous movie, yeah.
Oh yeah,
no doubt about it.
The cinematographer was the same one who worked with Alejandro on Birdman, and every scene of this movie is just beautiful to look at. But you could have easily cut 40 minutes out of this movie.
Yeah, you could have cut out the whole subplot that they just kind of dashed in there as, this'll work.
Yeah. There's a Native American tribe. What tribe were they?
Oh, shit. No,
they weren't like one of the like more well known ones.
because they're like hill Indians, and I can't remember.
Blackfoot?
No, like I said, it wasn't one of the more like well known tribes. But they're trying to find their daughter of the, I'm assuming, chief.
They kept saying like princess.
Yeah.
It's like, is that a thing? Do Native Americans have
Yeah.
princesses?
I think it's the chief's daughter, Powaka, I think her name was.
Something like that.
She gets.
Yes.
Yeah. She gets.
She gets killed in an accident, a car accident.
Yep. It was a motor vehicle accident back in the day.
Yeah.
Based on a really true story.
She got hit by.
She died going 10 miles per hour in the first automobile.
She got hit by a DeLorean. Real good.
Great plot. I recommend every.
That would have been the best thing ever.
Did not expect the fuck, I can't remember the actor's name, Marty McFly.
Oh,
I can't think, I gotta do my alcohol.
Yeah. I don't remember his name either. Captain Parkinson's. Let's go with that. I don't know. Yeah. Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox. Jeez, I kept thinking Michael
Michael
Scott.
J. Fox.
I kept thinking Michael Scott. I got the Michael, but the Fox was getting fucked up with Scott. Anyways, Powaka or Pawakawu or whatever the fuck her name is, I can't really remember.
Powaka.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen it, but she gets kidnapped by a group of white men, and they don't really know. The Native Americans don't really know who it was that took her. They
I
just
think it was the French, wasn't it?
yeah.
The movie that took him was the French.
Spoiler.
Spoilers, God.
Yeah,
but-
don't fucking watch this thing if
I'll
you want to see it.
I'll put a spoiler warning at the beginning. But he,
Didn't really spoil it though.
nah,
Pretty shit subplot.
yeah, it kind of goes
The
nowhere.
way we're describing it actually makes it sound better than how it fit in the movie.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't fit.
yeah, really just like the, every now and then the different groups of people will come across the Native Americans, and the Native Americans are like pissed off and just willing to kill any white people they see trying to find
Just like me.
Powaka. Yeah. Any
Find
white
that
people.
Powaka.
And-
Powaka.
White Lives Matter, Chris.
Oh shit. There's a shit storm right there.
She, so yeah, that whole subplot doesn't really factor into things, like into the actual plot until like the very end, and even then it's only tangentially related. I think that's one of the things they could have cut, honestly, was everything with the chief and them trying to find Powaka.
Because it never really had anything to do with the main.
No, and it
It was
didn't
just
do
kind
it.
of a random scene. They didn't do anything.
I mean,
with it.
they did,
Fit
I guess.
naturally in the movie.
I think the only reason it was there was to kind of humanize the Native Americans, because otherwise they were just kind of another part of nature or whatever that was attacking them.
I guess.
It could have been worked in better.
Yeah, I mean
'Cause there was a part
It's
where-
very natural.
Because there's a part where he spends there's like a 20-minute part of the movie where he's with a Native American.
Yeah, who helps heal him and everything.
It
Who?
only speaks like 2 or 3 times though.
Yeah, he doesn't speak a whole lot, but it's one of
But
those.
just
where
so
it's
happened to be one of the Pawnee Indians or something like that.
Yeah, he was Pawnee. He was.
Because the crow or whatever they were.
Yeah.
The Crow. Are you talking about Game of Thrones?
Yeah. I can't remember. I was
Then Ice Walkers happened.
Ice Walkers. And
Don't
then
spoil it,
AT-ATs happened.
But yeah, overall, like I said, it's mostly just him getting revenge on Tom Hardy's character for killing his son and leaving him to die.
A lot of fluff in
A
there.
lot of it's just the
Yeah,
path he went.
that's the
to get
plot is him getting revenge, but the most of the runtime is just him going through absolute hell.
If you really love Leonardo DiCaprio grunting,
Oh yeah,
highly recommend this movie.
It looks
close
like
your
that-
eyes and it's a porno.
looks. The whole thing is him pretty much redoing his lemon quaalude scene from Wolf on Wall Street, where he like drives Lamborghini home, and he's just like, what was it, like cerebral palsy mode or something like that? The cerebral palsy
something like
phase?
that. But yeah,
that's pretty much the whole movie.
Yeah, it's him for quite a while. It's just him crawling, and then he finally manages to like make a crutch and start walking and stuff. He gets attacked by the bear.
Thrown over a waterfall. Has to pull himself out of the grave. A shallow grave, but still. And then his throat was cut by the bear, and he has to he uses black powder to cauterize the wounds. And then he fell off a cliff. His horse flew off a cliff.
Yeah.
Why the horse would not... I feel
that horse would flip the fuck out if it saw that cliff coming.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of... She's like, what kind of horse is so fucking loyal to its owner? It's like, that's a cliff.
He knows what he's doing. But yeah, it goes over a cliff. A tree catches him, though, so I guess...
Soft tree.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Falls all the way down this
nice
100-foot tall tree.
Yeah. And...
I guess a pine tree, at least the branches...
it would cushion him a little bit, but I don't think I still don't see how he'd survive that.
Honestly, he might have been better off landing in the snow. But the horse was fucked just because of how long his legs were. But
yeah,
the good thing about the pine trees though is that their branches aren't very they're perfect climbing trees. You'd essentially just plinko your way down. Maybe there's maybe
that's why he wanted plinko.
Bob Barker was standing at the bottom of the tree.
So yeah, he thrown over a cliff, thrown over a waterfall, attacked by a bear.
Raped by that bear.
Yeah. And has to just crawl through all kinds of shit.
Literally.
Yeah. And makes it back to the army camp or whatever. And but by then Tom Hardy's already fucking scarpered.
Yeah, by then, because Tom Hardy came back to that camp first when he left Leonardo's character behind, and basically lied to the camp saying, he's dead, but I'm back. It's just me and this other kid.
Yeah, he's dead, but we waited for him to die naturally, and then we buried him and everything. We couldn't find it. His son just disappeared. We don't know what happened to him. There was another tribe of Indians coming to attack us at the time, so we had to run. We couldn't bother looking for him. Tom Hardy was the best character.
Yes, hands down.
Movie.
I mean, I had high hopes that he was actually just going to kill Leo and then walk away, and that would be the movie.
See, in the true story and what really happened, I guess that guy actually joined the army. After he got back, he just right away just enlisted in the army, and then DiCaprio's character. Hugh Glass.
Yes, Hugh Glass.
Hugh Glass. He couldn't actually get his revenge on him because he was in the army. You can't just go and no matter what the guy had that he did, no matter what the guy did before he joined the army. Once he was in the army, you can't just go and fucking shoot the motherfucker.
Well, you could, but then you'd probably get shot.
Oh yeah. The army wasn't gonna. No matter what he did, the army was just too late, man. He's already.
Not like he had anything to live for at that point. So.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, most of the movie is just really pretty landscaping and establishing shots and
so basically
shots of nature.
This quick synopsis, you've got what you need from it. You don't really need to sit through the whole thing.
Yeah.
My recommendation, don't see it in theaters, rent it, and fast forward.
Yeah. I wouldn't even really say fast forward. If you enjoy National Geographic or anything like that, I'd say this movie is still an enjoyable set. I honestly wasn't bored.
Watch Jeremiah Johnson if you want to watch a good movie like this.
I haven't seen that.
It's really good. You should watch it.
But yeah, most of the draw of this movie is just to see the really pretty cinematography and everything else.
And to see a man so desperate for an Oscar that he will do anything for it.
That's how he got him so motivated in all those scenes where he has to crawl through stuff.
Dude,
he's
ate a raw fish.
He's like, I'm so tired. He's like, here. Oh, what's this? What's this over at your mark? Is that an Oscar? Well, you better go get it. You better go crawl for it.
Believe it or not, the bear was real. He actually got mauled. They said they gave him an Oscar for it.
The bear got an Oscar.
CGI bear gets a fucking Oscar. Leo doesn't.
Oh God, The best part, other than Tom Hardy's character of this movie, was just how absolutely brutal that bear attack scene was.
And
the end fight scene was really good.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Alejandro can direct some really intense, brutal sequences. Even just the horseback chase with the other Indians and stuff.
Oh,
that was intense.
Was
everything?
It was the Deadpool prequel because this motherfucker could not die.
Yeah. He should have died a couple times.
He should have died the first time the bear attacked.
Yeah. The biggest problem with the movie, at least to me, wasn't really the length. It was just it kept taking me out of the movie because there were too many times where it's like, okay, a healthy person could survive the bear attack. Again, that's based on what really happened to him. A healthy person could survive being thrown over the waterfall and being in that freezing water, potentially. A healthy person could go over that cliff and plinko down the tree and be all right. Maybe. It's all those things where it's possible to survive these things, but as injured as he was from that bear attack, and then having to do everything else and living off of nothing but raw meat.
Was attacked by the bear 3 times.
Yeah, that was honestly
3 times.
And that's the thing that killed me about it was the bear attacked him. He had a gun pointed at the bear's cubs. Bear's behind him. Bear runs up and attacks him, savages the fuck out of him. Then the bear goes back to the cubs and kind of ignores him. He plays dead. Kind of plays dead for a while. Bear goes back to its cubs, and I think the bear's just gonna move on.
Well, then he had to go.
And then he grabs the gun and aims it at the bear, and the bear's just looking at him like, "Fucking really, dude? You're gonna all right." Fucks him up again.
He got one shot.
Off. Hit the bear in the neck, shoulder area. Bear savages the fuck out of him again. Bear walks away again, and he pulls out his fucking knife, and the bear turns around and it's just like, God damn it, dude! I keep trying to give you an out.
I think the bear kind of tried to stumble off for a second from the shot because
after it attacked him that one time, you didn't really get a good look at the bear while he was savaging him, but after the second time he fucks Leo up, the camera comes around, you can see where the bear's just leaking blood out the side of its neck. And so he got a pretty good shot on it, but again, he pulled out the knife and kept staring the bear down. I'm like, if you just acted like you were dead or just stop trying to defend yourself, the bear would probably just leave. And there's a good chance the bear's just gonna come back to fucking eat you. But honestly, the bear just seemed more interested in being with the cubs and not being around him anymore.
I assume shooting the fucking bear because it had its kids with it was probably karma why his son got shot.
The bear had the right to stand its ground. It was in Florida. He felt threatened.
It was in Florida.
Florida.
Anyway, fucker stabs the shit out of this bear.
Yeah.
The bear's biting the shit out of him. Winds up throwing him off this small cliff.
They roll down a hill. DiCaprio rolls down the hill. The bear kind of staggers around, bleeding out and shit. And then the bear falls down, rolls down the hill, and lands on DiCaprio.
This is like a 200-300 pound bear. I mean, it's a big bear.
No, because that was a grizzly, wasn't it?
Yeah, that fucker weighs 600 pounds.
Yeah, let me look up the actual fucking weight for a bear.
Yeah,
I mean, it lands on him. He's already got all these other wounds.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah. At the very least, when it kind of landed not necessarily on his chest so much as more on his legs and waist. So it's it probably would have broken his fucking legs, honestly.
And I mean, he would have died just.
Yeah, about 600 pounds.
Drowning in his blood.
Well, I guess a female would weigh 290 to 440 pounds. I assume that's about an average weight.
Yeah.
Just
so 350. Yeah.
Pretty sure he would have died choking on his own blood, though.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think they might have probably played up the injuries compared to the real life situation.
I'm sure he probably only got attacked by a bear once in real life. There's no way he got attacked 3 times by that bear and lived.
Yeah, and like I said, it's possible people live through some crazy shit, but it's that.
If it attacks him like that in real life, there's no fucking way.
Yeah. Well, I think the bear only a few times the bear actually, because when it was biting him, it kept picking him up by the. He had thick layers on.
It bit his head quite a few times.
Oh yeah, there was one. It did bite him on the head and stuff, and its claws. You could see where the claws would go through, but there were quite a few times like the bear would bite him and like pick him up and like move him around and shit like that, and bite at him and stuff, and you could see where there wasn't any like blood from it. He was just biting on the clothes, which because it's a bear, it's not gonna think, oh, clothes,
dead.
Yeah. The point is he should have been fucking dead.
Yeah, he really because it got him in the throat.
Yeah,
which I assume
like
maybe
the second or third time it attacked him, the bear kind of like rolls him over and he's either stabbing or he's got the gun trying to defend himself or something. The bear just goes what, and just slits his fucking throat.
Which I would assume like in that situation like maybe that bear didn't happen to hit a vein or a jugular or anything like that. Like maybe he because when you look, it is only just like right in here or something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas I guess the vein's off to the side a little bit.
I don't want to rationalize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All in all,
he should have fucking died.
Oh yeah. But despite that, I still enjoyed the movie. Like I said, I just enjoyed like seeing the nature landscapes and stuff. I'm sure if I saw it a second time, I'd probably end up getting bored, just knowing what's going to happen and everything. But yeah, for a one-time sit, it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
I don't think so, at least.
Too long.
I'm not really sure if I'll end up buying it on DVD. Maybe.
I don't think I will. I don't think it's something I really need to see again. One time though, like if you want to see it while it's still in theaters, or rent it, it's worth it. I think it's worth seeing. It's just it's a little over long. Like I said, by about 40 minutes. If they could have cut 40 minutes to honestly even an hour out of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can't stand sitting in those theater seats for that long.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Go see it in a comfortable theater with like a reclining seats, like the one in Indy or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I recommend seeing it if you want to see like the cinematography and the directorial style of these guys, because it is really good. It's very much like a film buff kind of movie. If that's your bag, then this is enjoyable. Otherwise, if you're just in it to see the revenge plot, I really can't recommend it.
Set a timer to vibrate, and watch the beginning, and then take like a 2-hour nap if you're in it just for the revenge.
Yeah. All in all, though,
It's not bad. Tom Hardy's character saved it.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's character was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. He has a speech about God in it. I'm not going to spoil it, but
best speech.
Best speech in the movie. Not though the best speech of any movie we've seen recently, though.
No.
And we will get into that in the next video.